Hello, good morning, welcome back to the Fish Locker out on the boat. Out early doors on the boat. We have a fine morning for it. But this is the calm before the storm. All I'm doing is I am moving some pots around and we'll try a little bit of lure fishing over some reefs. I might push out and try a couple of the inshore wrecks. It just depends what the conditions are like when we get there. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's go. Missed that one. Too busy waving and I missed that one. I don't know how much of that you can see, but that is what the horizon's doing. Yeah, got some weather coming. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, that is a fish. Well done. I'm not going to try and talk too soon. Yeah, that feels like a nice fish, that. And the way it's running around, it is the target species. Fish in the net. Water on the lens. Well, what was that? Second cast. I haven't been out here more than about 15 minutes. And I've already managed to find a stunner of a bass. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. First fish of the day, start as you mean to go on. Watch how I jinx myself now. Yeah. There's the lure. Just in the corner of his mouth. Can't complain at that at all. Yeah, this one has got a couple of, I don't know if he's got scars on this side. No, this side's pretty perfect. Yeah. How has he managed to splash that? There's the lure in the corner of his mouth. There we are. A stunning good morning silver. I'm going to measure this guy and I might take him. Oh, he wasn't coming out. Where's my tape? 54 centimetres. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to revive him in this. Allow him to revive in that barrel of water and then dispatch him and bleed him. Right. And go around again. Fantastic. I come across here this morning and I thought, I tell you what, it's going to be bassy here, I'll try here. I'm glad I did. Me and James come past here the other day and we were just larking about, just teaching him how to troll a lure. And what I mean by that is you run a lure out around the back of the boat, just set it at like a moderate drag. This is a new reel that I'm using, by the way. This is a Penn Battle 4000. My slammer has gone in for servicing. I don't know how long it's going to be, so I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll use this as an opportunity to get myself a new spinning reel. Yeah, cast a lure out on the back like that. put it in a holder, and then all you do is you just gently troll away 2 or 3 knots, towing the lure behind you so the lure swims 20-30 metres behind the boat. I was teaching James how to do it the other day, and we had a couple of bass from there, so I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll try it again. I use trolling sometimes like this for bass and for pollock, just when I've got nowhere that I need to be at a certain time. So instead of steaming at 20 knots, I steam around at 3, and just cover the same distance, and it might pluck out that bonus fish or two. You can get diving plugs as well that always fish at a certain depth. This feels more like a mackerel. It is, but it's a big one. We have got a lot of mackerel down there now. I can feel them hitting this lure. There's a few of them about. They're all real nice big chunky mackerel, but mackerel is not what I'm after today. They're all a nice size, but just not what I'm after. It's an absolutely stunning morning to be out. Couldn't have asked for one better, to be honest. I hope the rest of the day holds like this. Yeah, that skyline is not getting better. Fingers crossed it stays dry for us today. Let's go do some fishing. I'm actually seeing a lot of bird activity over there. I'm going to go and try that out in a second. Talked about this in a few videos before, and it's about following the signs of what's going on. Birds are a great indicator of feeding fish, and there's a massive group of birds feeding over there, so that's where I'm going. I don't know if you can hear the birds. Yeah, there's a lot of them around here. I'm using my new prototype lures as well. Oh, hello. Feels like a mackerel. Straight into a mackerel, eh? Now the birds are just a sign that there's bait fish. Little bait fish like little sprats, little sand eels, something like that. It could be mackerel that's forcing them up to the surface, but generally it means that there is some form of predator fish at the bottom forcing the bait up to the surface. The birds are attacking from the top and the predator are attacking it from below. It looks like it is just a shoal of mackerel. But I tell you what, there's still good sport. See what they're like just below the boat. I think there is a shoal of them just below the boat here. What I've done is I'm recording what I can see on my live scope. Just watch this when I drop the lure down. See them all coming and attacking it. Hundreds and hundreds of mackerel right below the boat. If that's what you wanted to catch today, this would be the place to be. When they shoal up like this, when there's this many of them, you can't catch much else. So I might actually have to move somewhere else to try and find some bass. They're all nice big chunky ones as well. We do get a really good run of winter mackerel. This is what all the other big predators are here for. Get a lot of thresher sharks and a lot of tuna around at this time of year. Following the bait. It's not usual that you leave your spot because there's too many fish. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, that feels more bassy. Yes, that is a beautiful silver. Really, really pale silver. You see what I mean about the birds? Find the birds, you find the fish. There you go. Too small though. And I've managed to get a wind knot. A wind knot in my braid. I wish I'd brought some top waters. Top water lures in here would be absolutely deadly right now. You see how pale they are? All of these are well undersized. These are far too small to keep. These are like a bar of soap with pins in them, covered in spines. Oh. Yeah, very pale. How is it possible? Of all the places that they could splash the lens. Could hear these birds a mile away. I knew when I was over there, I hadn't even seen them yet, and I could hear them and I was like, that sounds like they're feeding. It's like a different type of squawk. All you've got to do now is kind of stay on where the fish are. Stay on where the fish are. Because these predator fish, these predator fish, these bass and these mackerel are chasing this bait. The bait's not going to stay in one place, it's going to move. You've got to try and move, you've got to try and anticipate where it's going. Another schoolie. And as quickly as that, they move through, they'll smash the bait and they'll be gone. Now all I'm going to do now, it's a big area to be looking around. There will still be like the odd straggler fish. But listen out, because as soon as them birds start squawking and kicking off again, that'll be where they all are. Mackerel. No thanks. Again, it's just mackerel. Just getting plucked and plucked and plucked by mackerel. Tell instantly that it's it's not the fish that I want. Come off, come on. Let's go around again. Try that little spot where we had them bass. There's a fish. There's a fish trolling. Just too many mackerel at the minute. Can't get to the bass. Yeah, another little mackerel. Oh no! Ah, it's in the boat. I mean, they're not bad sized mackerel, but they're just not what I'm after. Followed the birds. Let's hope they found the fish. Oh, I've lost it. You get some type of idea how fast I'm drifting now, don't you? Ooh, yes. That's a better fish. Yeah, that's a nice one. That is about legal size, actually. Ah, yeah. There's the lure. Back you go. Put one in behind that rock. Oh, there she is. I'll tell you about that in a second. My logic in that. Perfect. This one here was hiding right behind the rock. That big rock that we just drifted past, again this will be another legal sized bass. Legal size is 42 centimetres. This guy is 46. Yeah. This is a 46 centimetre bass. What had happened there was we come past that big rock. The tide's coming this way. There was like an eddy behind it, a bit of slack water, and I thought there'll be a fish sat behind that. Fish, like humans, are inherently lazy. If they can find an easy way of doing something, they will do. So that fish there was tucked in behind that rock, just kind of treading water out of the tide. In the tide, it's constantly got to be swimming just to stay where it is. It was sat behind. Yeah. And these new prototype lures of mine are absolutely nailing it. I'm going to go around and I'm going to give that another go, because that was a lovely little bit of rock in that. Get some more lures out. I am quite close to the cliffside, but you'll notice that my boat's pointing that way, so if I need to start the engine I can move away from it real quick. Oh no! Another big chunky mackerel. We are drifting through there at 1.7 knots. That's a nice fish, that. A ballan wrasse, I think. This is either a nice fish or a foul hooked something. It's a ballan wrasse. Yeah, that initial bite felt wrassy, but it's a really nice one. That is a chunk of a ballan wrasse. Ooh, I knew you were going to do that. He's a stunner. Yeah, that one there will be best part of 4.5 pound. And there's the lure right in his gob. Trying to hold the rod up so it doesn't get thrashed about the place, because I'm forever breaking eyes off rods. There you go, look. And we're going to get one last look at you before you go. No, you just want to be back. Yeah, he wanted to be back. Managed to spike me right in the palm of my hand. Yeah, one of the beauties of these lures over things like the fish minnows is they're a little bit tougher. I was using ones like these, and I was just going through them left, right and centre, just because wrasse eat them like flipping Haribos. So yeah, I made some a little bit tougher, and they're kicking the backside out of it. Alright. Alright then. Are you anchoring up, are you? Sorry? Are you anchoring up and diving on it, are you? We were planning on, yeah, is that alright? I'll go somewhere else. Lovely job, thank you very much. Anything biting this lake? Some bass inshore. I've just come out onto this to try and get a pollock. So yeah, if you see anything, let me know. Okay. Yeah, all right. And if you find any shiny lures like this, alright, okay, probably mine. Pick them up. Yeah. Oh, well, there's one. Oh, wow! I haven't landed it yet. I did see you coming over, and I thought they'll be diving over low water slack. I thought, yeah. Thank you. It's all right, no problem at all.
Nice one. I reckon that was our good luck.
Maybe. Well, I'm letting this one go actually. I've got a bass on board already. Okay. But yeah, there's and enjoy yourselves, and when you leave I'll come back.
Okay, thank you.
Take it easy. Yeah, what we had there was a little patch of ground that I fished the other day for some pollock. I thought to myself, alright, drift's slowing down, I'll maybe have a go over that. And just as I got over to it, the second drift over it, there was a little rib turned up with 2 divers. Like just literally as I was running my first proper drift. And yeah, they want to dive on it, so I've kind of just said, yeah, I don't mind moving, I'll find fish somewhere else. They'll be diving over the period of low water slack. You can probably tell by looking at the cliffs behind me. You can see like a brown line across it. It's not like a scum line. What it is, that's barnacles. So it's showing you that water is usually uncovered. The black line at the top is where the wash, where the waves, where the spray usually is, and the brown line is usually underwater. We're at low water right now, bang on low water. They're going to be diving on a little patch of rock over low water slack, so they're going to be there for maybe half an hour. So all I'll do is I'll let them do their thing, and then I'll go back when they're finished. I'm having a good little bit of sport inshore, so yeah, let them do their thing. Managed to get one nice pollock out anyway. Yeah, I think she was quite impressed. Oh, that was a wrasse and found me up straight away. Come on, get out of there, yo. The ballan wrasse that just went straight for the kelp. Easy, tiger. Easy, easy. Can't. Just give me a chance. There he is. He did not want to be in the boat. This one's practically a tuna. He's a right chunk. There you go. As soon as I've come into this little bit of deep, oh, actually, there you go. Oh, just spat out a bait fish. As soon as we've come a little bit deeper, then mackerel are on it. So I need to be right up against the rock. At the moment, this drift's been working really well because we had wind and tide together, and now we just have wind and no tide. But before long, the tides are going to start going the other way, and we're going to have wind against tide. So I don't know what the conditions are going to get like. We'll have to figure it out when it happens. We are in anything from 10 metres to 2 metres of water. If you see me looking back, I'm looking back to see what the sound is saying, to see how shallow it is. I don't know if you saw the precision of that cast, but that literally went straight into that hole there. Missed you, and you turned me lure over then. There's a big ballan wrasse in here, and he bit at my lure twice, and I've missed it twice. Yeah. Yeah, this feels like a ballan. And there's a seal just come round the corner. I hope this seal doesn't take this fish before I get to the boat. There you go. And there is the lure in his mouth. Another cracking ballan. Yeah, over slack water like this. Over slack water like this, probably for the next 15 or 20 minutes, I will really struggle to get a bite. The only thing really that has at it are ballan wrasse over slack water. So I'm going to take 10 or 15 minutes to have some sandwiches, and then when the tide starts turning, we'll do a little bit more fishing. That got it. There's the bass. Unfortunately, they are right under the rocks. Pick the fish up on the troll. Stoolie. The wind's blowing us right up into the cliff, right underneath where they are, and they're in about 2 meters of water. Tell you what, them fish are right under the rock. Wow. They're all a nice stump of fish. Right, easy. These are covered in spikes. All on top of there, the back of the gill, the anal fin, everywhere. Everywhere has got a spike on. Right on the nose. There's a nice little stocky fish, this one. They've come out of properly oxygenated water and they're all on the feed, so they're all full of it, they're all full of vinegar. There's the lure, there's the fish. Like I say, these fish are about minimum 44. So yeah, that there is about minimum landing size. I would rather have them about 50 to 60. These bass are so tightly packed that if I don't land a lure right next to them seagulls, but if you hit it, get it on the money like that, fast, fish on, instantly. Yeah. If you're not within a couple of metres of it, they don't even want to look at you. And yet when you do hit it on the money, it's instant. Finding fish feeding. There you go. There's another. Beauty. Right. Let's get away from these rocks. There you go. That's a really chunky one. Oh, that is a really chunky ballan wrasse. Let's go out and try that bit of ground off there. I'm getting just backwards and forwards on the rocks. Wind and the tide are just pushing me straight into the cliff. So I'm going to go work a bit of ground deeper off. Yeah, fishing up against these pieces of rock here, I don't know whether you can see it. Got a couple of gullies sat on it there. There's a root, like a seam, like a reef, a ridge. And down one side of it, round back of it, all fish are hiding up. But over top of it, it's about like a foot deep. Got some nice fish out here. Nice little pollock. Calm yourself down. Tell you what, it wasn't a... This is why I was trying to hold that rod earlier so it didn't do that. It's not a bad size lure that it's taken. Put a larger lure on. Good, get out. Tell you what, that hook wasn't coming out. Put a larger lure on in the hope that it would dissuade the mackerel. That's a nice little pollock. Keep snapping at it and missing it. wind against tide now. Wind's going this way, tide's going that way. So it means that like the boat's being pushed that way and my lures are being carried that way. It's not the best conditions to be lure fishing. What I'm having to do is, because the lure's being carried further and further away, is I'm having to keep letting more and more line out just to stay in good contact with the seabed. Now I've lost it. Lost contact with the seabed altogether. And we're in 14 metres of water. So yeah, my lure's probably ended up being 20 metres over that way. Put a heavier lure on for the next drift. Just see what we can do. The reason why you put a heavier lure on is so that it stays more vertical. Give this patch of rock one more drift. If we don't have now, then we'll work our way back home along inshore. Like tighten the rocks again. Days like these, sessions like this can be great even if I wasn't catching fish. I've tried explaining this to folks before in the past, and I've come to the conclusion if you need to explain it, you wouldn't get it even if I explained it. Just peace. Nothing around but the sound of the water and the birds. Just enjoying being out. Perfect. Snapped at it and turned the tail. Yeah, I think that's me done. I've fished all morning. It is just shy of 2 o'clock. I haven't lost a single lure and I've caught more fish than I can count. Now, I did have one of them that's had a bit of a battering, but yeah, it's nailed some fish and a bit of superglue sorted out. I have a lovely bass for the table. I tested out a new reel, which worked really well. And yeah, I think that's going to do. I hope you enjoyed joining me. I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. See you later.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Fish Locker YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of videos from our adventures just like this one. We upload new videos every Sunday evening, so don't forget to click subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.
Let's go.